Giordano and the Nighthawks.
Welcome to Birdland. We're so happy you're here. We are the Nighthawks, music of the 1920s and 30s, and I'm your band leader for this segment. What happens next segment, I don't know. Anyway, my name is Vince Giordano. Thank you. We opened up with a little fanfare that we always do on every show. It was written by a wonderful man named Jimmy McHugh, who wrote so many great pop tunes, Broadway tunes, film tunes. And anyway, that tune called the Universal Pictures Fanfare, because they use it for Universal Pictures, if you check out some 1930s Universal films. And it's always good to have our drummer who brings his trusty timpani with him. That's Paul Wells back there on the timpani. All right, yes. And then we segued into another film tune a little bit earlier from 1933 called I'm in Love with a Tune. And we're in love with all these tunes here. It started out in a wonderful Paramount picture called Dancers in the Dark, but you can hear it in International House with W.C. Fields and Burns and Allen. I'm in Love with a Tune, written by the great Ralph Ranger. And we had a great solo by Dan Pearson back there on the tenor saxophone. Yeah, he's great. We're going to talk a lot about Dan Pearson. Maybe. All right. Next is a tune that was written way back in 1911. And when it first came out, it sort of had a Spanish tinge to it, as Jelly Roll Morton used to say. And it got to New Orleans, and the New Orleans musicians sort of made it a New Orleans trad jazz classic. And then on the 20s and 30s, bands and musicians adapted it and became a swing tune also. Traditional bands still play it, all the way from 1911. That's a pretty good run. Anyway, it's called Panama, and here it is. 1, 2, 1, 2. these great guys. That's called Panama. Panama was written by a guy named William H. Tyers. Tyers. I don't get tired playing Mr. Tyers music. Okay, sorry. That was Dan Pearson there, a couple of choruses on the tenor. Mike Davis is with us tonight. Mike Davis, who leads the New Wonders ensemble, jazz band, that's great. And Sam Chess there on the hot trombone. Yikes. And back there with all those nice little drum fills, that's Paul Wells. Oh. We're going to go back to 1929 now and play something that Duke Ellington recorded on the old Brunswick label. This was transcribed by our good friend Herb Gardner. Something called Sweet Mama. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Duke Ellington's Sweet Mama. Sweet Mama. We had some nice solos there by Mike Davis, and then we had a little duet, or a little duel, I don't know what do you want to call it, but they were having some fun. Sam Chess on the trombone, and Dan Levinson on the clarinet. Oh yeah, en garde. I speak a very little French, but anyway. And then we had a great solo there on the alto by Will Anderson. Now, we have a wonderful audience here on West 44th Street at Birdland, but we're also doing a live broadcast, so to speak, what do you guys call it again?
Live stream.
Live stream, thank you. These guys have been with me. And there's the cameras out there, and there's the, these guys are getting good. And there's the microphones, so any of you folks out there in internet land, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. And we broadcast every Tuesday at 5:30. And in fact, any of you people here tonight in the audience want to tell friends back at home or friends wherever they are, if you have any friends, no, I'm just kidding, if they, just a joke, if they could tune in to Radio Free Birdland on the internet. Go to your wonderful YouTube channel, that's right, Radio Free Birdland, and they can watch the show too. So there you go. So we talked about Will Anderson there for a little bit, and he's going to be leading his band right after the New Year here at Birdland. So since you have the microphone, talk pretty loudly, Will, if you can.
Yes, well, thank you, Uncle Vince. I wanted to mention that I'll be appearing upstairs on Sunday, January 4th at 5:30, along with my ensemble. That includes my identical twin brother, Pete, and we'll be presenting our very own jazz versions of Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, and Schubert. And the reason I lead my own band is because when I play with this band, I never know when I'm going to get fired.
Whoa, okay. It's a pretty rough band to work with, let me tell you. Okay, we're going to go to the 1930s, about 1934. A lot of jazz musicians went over to Europe and in the early 30s and started playing with some of the great, wonderful jazz musicians there. And one of the musicians that we like to talk about a little bit is Benny Carter, multi-instrumentalist. He played all the saxophones, trumpet, he did some trombone work, and he was known for some great arranging at that point and many years after. And he wrote this tune when he was over there. This is called Everybody Shuffle. This is a good tune that Will Friedwald always asks, so I don't know if he's here tonight, but if you're listening in, Will, here it is. 2, 1, 2. Everybody Shuffle in 1934. Oh, thank you so much. Wow, look at that. We haven't been whistled at since I don't know when. But anyway, it's always good. Give a little whistle. All right. Here's a song that was played back here in New York and on the other places around 1928 and 29. It was written by a couple of great fellas. Jack Pettis, one of the few jazz C-melody saxophone players. Another one was Frankie Trumbar, but this is Jack Pettis, and he played in the Ben Burney band with Al Gehring, who played the piano. And they got together and they put this tune together called "The Freshman Hop." And this arrangement comes all the way from Italy, believe it or not, by one of the great band leaders, probably the greatest Italian band leader and arranger, transcriber that we have from the sunny coast of Italy, and that's Mr. Mauro Porro, who's tuning in tonight. Give him a nice hand, Mr. Mauro Porro. Yes. Come over, Mauro. Vieni qua. You come over, and we'll feed you some nice Italian food. Anyway, here's it's called the freshman hop. That's about all the Italian I speak. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Really great. We had some nice solos. Who was doing the little clarinet there work at the end? Was that Dan? No, it was Will. Okay, Will had some nice clarinet work. Freshman hop. Okay. You know, folks, we sometimes get some requests, and occasionally we play them. You know, we normally, no, we're going to play one right here from the book. This was requested about 6 months ago. We're finally getting around to it, and it takes time sometimes. You know, the wheels go slowly. This was written by Hoagy Carmichael. Hoagy Carmichael, who gave you Stardust and so many of those wonderful, great songs in the American Songbook, Up a Lazy River, and so many from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. This one is not as popular. It comes from a film called Topper, a Hal Roach film from the 1930s. It starred Cary Grant and Constance Bennett and many other folks. And it's a funny story, a funny film. This couple I just mentioned are going from club to club, and they're hearing this song called Old Man Moon. That's what we're going to play. And they go to a place that's like Hawaiian, and they're playing it with Hawaiian stuff. And then they go to a Latino place, and they're hearing a band playing in the Latino. And finally, at 4 or 5 more places, they come to the end. It's like 4 in the morning, and they go into this little club, and there's Hoagy Carmichael at the piano playing. And since they heard the song like 6 times, they start singing with him. And of course, the owner is trying to get him to go home, but they don't. So here it is, Old Man Moon, Hoagy Carmichael from Topper. 1, 2, 1, 2. So spread the news to all the stars above. Shine for my baby while we're dancing tonight, and fill her tender eyes with love and dynamite. Old Man Moon put stardust in a bottle of wine. Just do your darndest to make sure that she is mine. And if it's possible, to keep shine till noon. My sincerest thanks to you, Old Man Moon. Swing it, boys. Sure worked with a lot of great people. He worked with Big Spiderback, he worked with the Dorsey Brothers, the Casaloma Band, but he also did a lot of work with the great Louis Armstrong. And there's a lot of great things that they did together, and recording-wise, and they had a lot of fun together. We're going to play a Louis Armstrong-related tune right now. It's called the West End Blues. We play this every show because we like to play it, and because, well, Louis can always be played a little bit more. Do you folks know the name Louis Armstrong out there?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, oh, man, we finally got the right audience. Where you been? Where were you guys last night? Don't answer that. Okay. Before we get into the tune, we want to tell you about this great place that you really have to go see. It's called the Louis Armstrong House Museum. It's in Queens. A living museum to a jazz legend in the heart of Queens. So come on now, folks, pay attention. You know, this is starting to sound like another club I used to work at. But anyway, we have some little cards how you get to the Louis Armstrong House Museum. Please check it out. You really like it. This tune was recorded by Louis in 1928. Prior to that, Louis had worked for a guy named Joe Oliver, also known as King Oliver. He was also a New Orleans fella, played the cornet and the trumpet, and he was very much responsible for getting Louis to leave New Orleans, join King Oliver in Chicago, and the rest is history, because Louis just went out like a meteor. And we're still studying his music. The great Ricky Riccardi, I think, just wrote a 5th book about Louis Armstrong with no end in sight. And we're finding more and more things, a lot of great things in the archive. So right now we're going to have Mike Davis perform the great West End Blues. Take it away, Mike. That's Sam Chess. How about those clarinets, man? That's Peter Yaron at the piano doing the great Earl Father Hines. Yeah. All right, Mike. West End Blues. Oh man, thank you. If you go to Google and type in West End Blues, there is been so much written about that. A wonderful part of jazz history for Louis Armstrong and of course for jazz too. Mike Davis, who does a lot of work, he was over in England with our lead trumpet player there, Joe Boga, and they're back. They both came back, thank goodness. And Mike also has a great band called the New Wonders, a great ensemble playing hot music of the 20s, doing Bix Beiderbecke and Red Nichols and many other. Is there any gigs out there that we can tell them about, Mike?
I'm at a restaurant called Maison Pickle for New Year's Eve. If you like pickles.
Maison Pickles for New Year's Eve. Wow, is that in New York City?
Yes, sir. Upper West Side.
Upper West Side. I've never heard of that place. I like pickles. I might be there. Okay, very good. Save a pickle for me, will you? Okay, you're in a pickle. And that was Sam Chess playing that great trombone solo. Yeah. Hey, how about our clarinet section? You ever seen anything like that? Those are megaphones. Yeah, I thought you'd like that. I thought you'd like that. Just in case we have any movie directors out there, we're between films these days, and of course we met Peter Yaron playing the great solo there that Earl Father Hines did. All right. Yeah. And one of the great percussion sounds of the 1920s that took me 30 years to find is something called the Bacharach cymbals. Zutty Singleton played them on this date with Louis, and you can also hear them sometimes on the Duke Ellington sides with Sonny Greer. They're virtually extinct, but we have the largest collection of Bacharachs. There's 3 in the band right now. It's growing. Show the folks the Bacharach cymbals. All right, okay, that's enough. Paul Wells, okay. All right, well, you know how I mentioned that we get requests, but we don't play them? Well, lady in the ringside seat last night said, "Why don't you guys play mean music?" I said, "Mean music?" Said, "Yeah, Gene Carlos recorded it." I said, "Well, we'll try." So I went home today and I got out the arrangement here of mean music. Saxophones, are you ready? Oh man, sometimes it goes further. All right, I think that, I know. This music is so mean, it doesn't want to get to them. I'm going to try to get to the West Coast now. All right. Gene Carlos recorded this back in 1931, and Teddy Raff made the arrangement. Mean music. Good Good luck, everybody. Make sure you have the right parts. It sounds better that way. Okay, it's a minor thing. What you said? 1, 2, 1. I'm afraid. I want that mean music. I mean music. Make it low and keep it hot. Give it everything you got. Play that mean music. What mean music? Blow it up and mow it down. Riding on to town. Get going and keep rolling low. Just pet it and let it go. Oh, don't want that sweet music. Must have that heat music. Do that minor key. Dirty up that harmony. Bust it up and keep it clean. Want it low and mean. Moan you saxophone. Moan you old trombone. Moan you tubaphone. Yeah, just moan. Plus low and deep. That wicked tone will make you creep. Pretty crazy song here. But the lady wanted it. I hope she tuned in to hear it. What's that? I thought so. You want more banjo? Okay. Well, right now, okay, we're going to give you some banjo right now because we're going to put away the scores and play some old-time traditional jazz. So you might have read my mind and something like that. So Mike Davis, what's a good little tune you'd like to play in the old trad jazz style?
How about Nobody's Sweetheart?
Nobody's Sweetheart now. Okay. Good one. In the key of F. All you people practicing on the ukulele out there. It's a music -1. No, please don't say that. 1, 2, 1, 2. Stein. All Wells back down to drum. Oh man, what a night! Nobody's sweetheart now. Also known as nobody's sweatshirt now. But anyway, we had some great soloists there. And a thing that intrigues me here. Stan, did you bring 2 trombones tonight?
No.
Why did your trombone sound different?
Yes, the megaphone.
The megaphone? Please clarify. Oh, that's great. Wow. What happens if you don't use the megaphone in those places?
Without it, it just...
Yeah, is that? Oh my. Very interesting sound there. Sort of new age. Anyway, okay. And that was Mike Davis there on the hot trumpet. Or the cornet. Were you playing the cornet? Okay, very good. That was New Wonder. And back there playing that hot clarinet is Dan Levinson. Dan Levinson, there you go. Dan, did you bring your LPs up on stage?
Not on stage. That's never on stage.
Never on the stage, oh. Never on Sunday, never on the stage. Well, Dan's got some great LPs that he wants to show you, and they're over there at the merch table. Very good. All right. Now, all right. See that? See that? People want to see it. But anyway, so you asked for a banjo solo, and how was Devin Corten back there on the banjo? Yay! Nice. I figured you'd get a bigger applause than that. I mean, it's probably his only banjo solo tonight, so that's good. He'll go home happy tonight, or whatever. And next we had our pianist take a little break from piano, playing a solo on a rarely heard instrument in old-time jazz. Lenny Hayton used to play some nice solos with Red Nichols, but anyway, this is called a celeste. And there's Peter Yarn. Play a little of that celeste for the folks. Oh yeah. Oh man, that gets us in the holiday spirit. And you know the holiday spirit, I keep talking about the merch table and all the great stuff that these guys have brought. CDs and Will wrote a book on songwriters and all kinds of neat things. You know, the holiday season is up there, whether you're doing Hanukkah or Christmas or just, hey, you know, let's buy something. Because, and let me tell you, every piece of merchandise sold helps a needy family. Ours. There you go. Very good. Nice. Now the next soloist, as we could go back to real life, was a guy named Andy Stein, who's got a big history, and he didn't play his violin or his baritone sax. He played the phono fiddle. Show him the phono fiddle. Andy Stein, yeah. Now, folks, if you want to learn more about this kind of music, you have to take little note of this great paper called The Syncopated Times, and it's being published today. Early ragtime, early swing, traditional jazz, who's playing it, reviews, and some historical things there too. We happen to have a free copy over there for every single one of you, if you wish. But the best part about this issue, this is the collector's item that we had reprinted with Andy Stein's story on the front of it. Oh, yeah. So you gotta have him autograph it for you, and when you're tired of reading it, you can sell it at the garage sale and get $2 for it. There you go. So there it is, the phone fiddle. And inside is a little card that's like this, so to speak. Not a really card, but it's just a print of it. It talks about our gig here Monday nights and Tuesday nights at Birdland, and then our wonderful show that we do to bring you people out there in the Heatherlands. And there it is. So take that. So, okay. Thank you. And then I just have two more people to announce, one of them being me. And this instrument that I was struggling with was a bass sax. I appreciate that one person that applauded. There it is. Thank you so much. As we always say with the Nighthawks, you know, the more you've had to drink, the better it sounds. And the more I drink, the better I think it sounds. Let's see. How sweet it is. There you go. This Nighthawk punch hits me for a loop. Back there playing all that great drums is Paul Wells. Paul Wells, give him a nice People like Paul Wells. I know, he's great. Peter Yaron, who you heard play the celeste there, has been doing a lot of digging and research with pianists of the 1920s and 30s. So we give him a solo spot on every set. And since he doesn't have a microphone, he's going to tell it to me, and I'm going to tell it to you. So, Peter, what would you like to do with your solo spot?
Yeah, I'd like to do Snowy Morning Blues by James P. Johnson.
Okay, Snowy Morning Blues by James P. Johnson, the dean of Stride Piano, who had students like Fats Wallerman and Willie the Lion Smith. Take it away there, Peter. about Peter Yaron there? Snowing Blues by James P. Johnson. Great. All right, we're going to pick things up a little bit here and play a song that was played by a band called Charlie Johnson and his Paradise 10 Orchestra back in 1928. And one of the star soloists in that band was a guy named Jabbo Smith. Jabbo Smith, a wonderful trumpet man who was competing with Louis Armstrong for that kind of hot stuff. And thank goodness he made some recordings with Charlie Johnson, also with Fats Waller, the Louisiana Sugar Babes, and made a lot of his own recordings too with his name in Chicago. This one is called "The Charleston is the Best Dance After All." And this was, all right. This guy even likes it before he hears it, which is pretty good. This was transcribed by our good late friend, Mr. Peter Eklund. Charleston is the best dance after all. 1, 2, 1, 2. Here's a song that we recorded for a film series. I don't know if you folks might have known it or caught it. We were on for like 5 years. Boardwalk Empire. You remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, they had me do a lot of different tunes because it was all related in the 20s, and then eventually it got to 1931 or something like that. But one of the good ones that the Fletcher Henderson band used to play was called "Everybody Loves My Baby." And we took the old Fletcher Henderson recording and scored the Louis Armstrong solo and Charlie Green and Coleman Hawkins. And here's how it sounded back in 1924, sort of. "Everybody Loves My Baby." 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Man, you're talking now. Don't give me that now. You know what I'm talking now. Yeah, all right. Okay. We had a little bit of that Louis Armstrong talk there. He did that on the record, give or take. Hey, more banjo. How about Devin Cortan there on the banjo? Nice. And those great clarinet trios that were so often in the great Henderson band, clarinet trio. You know, we haven't done anything with the soprano saxophones. Yeah. What do you guys want to play in the worst way? No, I'm sorry.
Putting on the Ritz.
What, they're putting on the Ritz? Okay. Well, everybody knows that tune. What number is it? All right. I'm glad you remember that song. This is written by Irving Berlin for my motion picture that starred Harry Richmond back in 1930, and so many other artists covered it back in the day a little bit later. The great Fred Astaire, of course, did it, and even Clark Gable sang and danced. Was it Clark Gable? I think it was, yeah. And a bevy of ladies singing. Then all of a sudden the song kind of went south. Taco did a disco version of it, and then we had it in the Mel Brooks film, remember, you know? Yeah. Young Frankenstein, right? So, to keep up the downward trend, I'm going to try to sing it. Here it is, Puttin' on the Ritz. 1, 2, 1, 2. Puttin' on the Ritz. Spangled gowns and bottom bivvy, high browns down on the levee, all misfits. Puttin' on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes. Every Thursday evening where there's swell bows. Rub and elbows come with me and we'll attend their jubilee. See them spend their last 2 bits, yes sir. Puttin' on the Ritz. soprano saxophones. Show them those soprano saxophones. Yeah. I mean, in the old days, you know, people just thought of Sidney Bechet, and he was one of the great soprano saxophones at the time. But these days, most people think of Kenny G. And Kenny G used to sit in with us way back when we first started the band. We used to be at a place on 3rd and 88th called the Red Blazer. And we're happy he's really big and popular now. He never comes around anymore. But just to keep a little homage, you know, I've nicknamed the 3 reed players Kenny X, Y, and Z. There you go. So maybe someday he'll join the alphabet here in Alphabet City, you know, and maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, so what do we got? What do we got here? You up for Happy Feet?
Yep.
Are you up for a jump?
Yep.
Okay. Last night we had a gentleman request 2 out of the 3 versions of Happy Feet that we have in our book. We have actually 3 different versions of it. Most bands back then played it really fast. It was done in a Paul Whiteman film called The King of Jazz. And Milton Ager and Jack Yellen did it, but also the great Leo Reisman did it. Leo Reisman had a society band. Sometimes he would hire jazz guys. He had Rollini sometimes, and Adrian Rollini, and sometimes he even had Bubba Miley, who had just left the Duke Ellington band. And we're going to play that for you. It's called Happy Feet, and this is the way that Leo Reisman did it. So it's a lot slower for you folks that are expecting the real peppy and frantic way. This is the other way. All right, and we're going to feature Joe Boga. 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm sorry to say, we've just about run out of time. Yeah. And we have to take a break and come back at it for our 8:30 show. But we want to thank you for coming tonight. Birdland is truly the world's greatest jazz nightclub. Take a look at that brochure that's on the table, and you'll see such a varied bunch of music And we have some cabaret on Monday nights, Jim Caruso's great party. So you got to check it all out and come to New York, or tune in every Tuesday. Don't forget to hang around. I'm going to give you one of these little cards, and these cards are not only good for remembering that you were here, like a souvenir, but if you have some crumbs on the table at home, at the kitchen table, watch, let's do it. Yeah, they're great. There you go. I want to say that this crowd, which we've played so many crowds over the years, but all the years that we played, this crowd tonight is the most recent one that we've played for. And we appreciate that. And I'm so happy to have these wonderful musicians in the band. They are not only great musicians, but they're all beautiful men and great guys. There you go. Thank you. Folks, if you like what you heard tonight, please write us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even Yelp. We need help on Yelp because we gotta try to keep live music going, and it's really hard. All right, and one more thing before I get off my soapbox. Please, let's try to introduce some young people to live music. Can you do it? Yeah, just do it. We got some young folks here tonight. Look at that. Good to have young folks here. All right, we're gonna take off, but before we do, we're gonna play a song that comes from a long forgotten film called Close Harmony, and it's called "I Want to Go Places and Do Things," and why not? And it was originally recorded in Germany by Lud Gluskin, but he had a bunch of great American musicians there, one being the great Spencer Clark on bass sax, who I knew personally. And we thank Mr. Mauro Porro for this wonderful transcription of "I Want to Go Places and Do Things." 1, 2, hop, ho!
Stand is here every Monday and Tuesday night. On behalf of all of us, we want to thank you for joining us and have a great night.